Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Pop Trap, which is underneath the Night Trap podcast banner, I guess. I don't know, whatever, the channel. And today I have my friend here.
Hi, my name is Devon. With
Hey.
an O-N. Not an I.
You have to spell it.
I do.
I was like, you can tell the people so you can
Yeah.
they can spell it. I mean, I don't know if they want them looking for you and shit. I don't know.
It's like free promo. I do hair, so.
That's fine. That's
fine.
That's what we're here for. The camera's over there too. If you
Okay.
need to speak to the camera, it's
Okay,
right there.
it's so small.
You don't
I didn't
need
even
to.
see it. Like.
Yeah, it's like so small. I don't know. And it's so far away. Or no, it's right there.
Okay.
But anyways, so yeah, we just met right now.
Yes.
I want to start bringing some more people from El Paso just because I want to show people that we El Pasoans are kind of weird, but also not that weird.
Okay.
Because a lot of people just think that we're like some fucking hybrid
Like.
of like Mexicans and Americans. And
Yeah, I feel that too. Or I'll meet some people that think we're like hick-ass Texans too, or like super Mexican. So it's just there's like no in between.
Yeah, I was telling my friend that everybody thinks that we're just eating tacos and like fucking burritos and and riding donkeys and shit. And I'm like,
that's not the case.
I'm like, riding a donkey is expensive.
I'm just like, first of all,
Like I don't even have a car, let alone a donkey.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna have a donkey. So no, I feel that when I first left El Paso when I was about 15, 16.
So where are you from?
I'm from here.
Okay.
I'm from El Paso. I went to go visit my godparents in Wisconsin because, fun fact, I'm half white too. I just don't acknowledge it because it's a little embarrassing. So.
I mean, it shouldn't be embarrassing. I mean.
Once I tell you why, like you're gonna understand why it's kind of embarrassing.
Okay.
So. When I went up to visit my godparents, my godmother's mom met me for the first time when I was a little bit older, so 15, 16 years old. And this is when I experienced the nicest form of racism I could possibly experience.
The nicest form.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I go inside of her house and I met her with like a glass of whiskey in one hand and a cigarette in the other. And she's like, oh, it's so nice to meet you, whatever. Super nice lady. She told me to call her Grandma Miriam. And she told me and my brother, who was like 9 at the time, that she made us something special so we could feel more at home. So I'm like, okay, great. And I go into her kitchen and she made something called taco dip. And
taco dip?
Yeah, like, okay, so kind of like, think about like a Taco Bell taco, but like in a casserole.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, thank you. And she's like, yeah, it's like Mexicans eat this all the time, right? And I was like, like, it's like, my brother's just like looking at me because he doesn't really know what to do because, again, he's 9. He is like a child. He's a fetus. So, and I'm just like, I've actually have never had this before. I'm trying to be so polite just because she obviously went out of her way to try to like make me feel at home up north. And
I mean, it happens. I feel like you almost came in and then there's like mariachis playing and like, here's your sombrero.
Essentially, yeah. And so she's like, yeah, El Paso's in Mexico, right? And I was like,
no.
What the fuck? I was like, actually, it's in Texas, but okay. Like,
you want to go to sleep right after? I hear you guys are lazy.
And so I'm just like, it's in the United States. Like, and so that's like a huge reason why I don't tell people that I'm half white, because like that moment right there, even though it was very kind, I was still
she was just trying to.
Granted, she was like 80, so I get it, but it's still like, it's not the best way to experience like getting off of a plane and then going into somebody's house and like.
I think that has happened to all of us though, like.
At one point in time.
I mean, not just like with white people, because you're saying like but like especially us Mexicans, because I'm like, well, I'm not 100%. I was born in Mexico, but we're like the most racist people. And I don't mean me, but I mean like I guess
It's like
I'm
just
not even gonna say
culturally.
my parents, but like my grandparents.
Oh no, I feel like that's definitely like a huge cultural thing too, because my grandparents are also very, very racist. Like they'll go on their tangents, and I can kind of understand them. That's
But
the whole thing.
they don't
so.
think they're being racist.
Well, they're
They
old.
just
Like,
they just say things.
yeah.
Cause our mechanic back in the day, he was like this black dude, but like black, like
Okay.
really black. But he was from like Veracruz or something.
Okay.
But my mom just used to call him El Negro, and that's it. And I'm just like, yeah, you shouldn't do that, like,
that's.
because
you
it's
really
not even
can't say
the
that. That's not his name.
it's not even the bad term for it.
Yeah.
It's kind of almost calling like somebody's just black. Like it's just saying
Yeah.
black. You're just saying black.
It just sounds a little
But
bit
it's-
worse when you say it in Spanish for whatever
Yeah, because
reason.
it's too close to the other
Yeah.
N word.
Yeah.
But I was always like, and I mean, they called him that, like, with him there, being
Yeah.
there. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, whatever. You know, like, I think Mexicans understand Mexicans, but
But at the
it's-
same time, if somebody else were to see it from the outside, they'd be like, oh.
it's just a weird thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say I'm half Spanish, but maybe like a quarter Spanish, because my grandparents were Spanish.
Okay.
But my dad is American, and my mom is Mexican. So I guess I'm like all over the place. I don't know what I am.
It's okay. Like, that's how most people are. It's just, like, so diversified. So.
Oh, and my daughter, she is like the brownest person in the house, but she thinks she's like the whitest person ever. And one time we told her like, you're not white, and she's like, I'm not white, and she started freaking out.
Oh my gosh, no.
And
Like,
I'm
I
like,
feel like
no.
that's still a big part of it just because we don't see a lot of that, like, with children's cartoons still. And so when, like, smaller kids don't see themselves, like, kind of portrayed in movies or cartoons or anything like that, it feels kind of weird because you're just like, what do you mean I'm not like that?
Except for like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah. And, like, where the fuck were her parents? Like,
Ah,
why is she
whatever.
not doing whatever she wants?
That's exactly like the Mexican way. That's exactly what I would do.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds about right.
They'd be like, I'm not. I'm gonna go to the store. Okay.
Like,
Later.
Oh my god. Like, my mom swears up and down she never left me at home alone by myself. But I remember very distinctly being, like, under 7 and being by myself. So it might be child abuse. I don't know. But it was also the 90s. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
No, I was
like-
always left alone.
Yeah. Like, turn on the TV. Don't open the door. You're fine.
My mom cried the first time I told her I didn't want to go to the store with her. She just fucking cried. She's like, are you serious? I'm like, I just want to watch TV and shit. She's like, oh my god.
No, my mom was like, great. Stay home.
No, like, I'm like that with my daughter. It's because, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sexist, but she's a girl. And to me, it scares me because she's becoming a teen. She's not a teen yet, but she's
Getting there.
She's getting there. She's going to be 11.
Okay.
And, oh my god, like, just the rolling of the eyes and all that shit. And I'm just like,
Yeah, I remember when I was 13 and I was just like the worst because I was just a terrible child.
I think
and-
we all are, though, but we
Yeah.
don't realize that until we're older.
No, that was like, let's see, my parents never hit me until I turned 13 and I was backsassing my mom and she just like kind of stepped back and she like slapped me like
Like,
I
shut
don't e-
the hell.
yeah, and I don't even remember what I was telling her or saying or what the deal was. I just knew that it was like enough
probably
to get
something dumb.
slapped. Like
It's probably the dumbest, because I get so mad, but I'm just always like, no, like, fuck. But one time she was all like, well, I'm gonna tell fucking, like, CPS and shit. And I was like, go ahead. I was like, go ahead and fucking
Please.
tell CPS so that they
Please.
can take you to a foster family. Who the fuck knows where you're gonna end up? But not with us. And she's like, well, never mind.
yeah, just like you should see what these foster families do to these kids sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I don't hit her or anything, but
yeah.
she swears she has, like, the worst life sometimes.
I think like everybody did when they were younger. It's like they just didn't have any world experience yet.
I tell, because like of culture right now, I tell, well, pretty much everybody, it's like, because she watches like, oh, like she's like, oh, I watched fucking Sailor Moon in like a weekend. And I'm like when we were kids,
You had
we
to
used to
wait.
wait for that shit every Saturday, and then sometimes like, oh, same fucking episode? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was really annoying because like sometimes like they would switch it up from like Fridays to Saturdays. So, no, I remember my mom didn't let me watch like Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon or Sailor Moon or anything. So, for whatever reason, actually, she told me like she just didn't want to watch it because she thought it was boring.
It's
So,
crazy.
I know.
I mean, I think it's boring now.
And so, she didn't want to let me watch it. So I would go over to my cousin's house, and we would all sit in the living room and watch together because she had the biggest TV.
Mhm.
So.
Which was what, like...
It was like...
Not that big?
No, it was actually pretty big. You know those, like, really fucking bulky ones that you'd have in, like, the entertainment centers and stuff? So, like, that would paneling in, like, the sunken-in living room. So that was, like, my weekend.
So it was, like, just one of those bulb, like, projector ones.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch the screen!
Exactly. Like, touch that fucking screen! Or, like, just, like, throw food at us. It's like, okay, leave me alone. So that was, like, a big part of my childhood. And then I remember, too... when we were younger, we were just awful to each other. I don't know if you were like that with your cousins, but let's see. So me and the other two that I was really close to, so it was like me, my cousin Paula, and my cousin Lauren. We were all like a year apart. So I'm 25, my cousin Paula's 26, and then the other one is 27. So literally just like all lined up like that.
Uh-huh.
Well, we were always just together. It was like one parent would just like group us together. It's like, okay, cool, leave us alone. And then we would just do whatever we wanted, or we'd get dropped off at our grandparents a lot. So we would throw like rocks at each other, and then they told us not to do that. So we started like doing like the dirt clods, threw those at each other. And let's see, or we would like, let's see, so me and my cousin Paula would team up against my cousin Lauren, and we would like drag her across the carpet if she was like being mean to us because she was the oldest one, and give her like rug burns on her back. And I remember in my cousin Lauren's house, she had like this refrigerator that was like next to the wall, so when the door opened, it would just kind of make this crevice. We would trap her there, and we'd like pour water on her. Just, I don't know why we didn't, I really don't know why we weren't supervised at all.
I think that's like a girl thing too, like to torture your family members.
Well, like, she would be mean to like either one of us or both of us. So since we were the two like little ones, we would team up against her so we can like get back at her. And so like now like we're all good, but like when we were like 5, 6, 7, that's all we would do.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think about if I tortured anybody in my family. I mean, I guess we played pranks on each other, but I don't think we ever like.
No, you're just mean.
Because I mean, my wife tells the story of her fucking shooting her brother like almost in the eye with a BB gun and shit, like shit like that. But me, I mean, we were like just little assholes destroying shit around the neighborhood and like, you know,
we would do
around.
that too. But,
but I don't remember. I mean, we would do pranks like for example, my cousin. We would go to his house like to spend the night, and like he's like a really heavy sleeper. Mm-hmm. So we would like fucking draw on him like if he was drunk, but we would draw on him and like put like dicks on his face and shit. And he would wake up and we just like didn't tell him until he would see himself in the mirror and he's like, what the fuck, dude?
No, like we wouldn't do that. Like,
or he would like be in the restroom, and he has those restrooms that have the little, I guess you could open it with like
a penny.
Yeah, like we could. So we would always like open it when he was taking a shit, and then we'd just open that shit and then like leave. So he'd be like, "You son of a bitch!" But dumb shit like that, I don't remember like.
Well, like we didn't have the internet, so we had to like figure it out. So.
Which is weird. Like, I mean, I think about, because kids now, they all they want to do is just stay home, watch TV, like play Fortnite and shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I play video games, but I play them for like an hour and then I'm just fucking tired. And I want to do something else, and I'm just like, whoa.
I'm just constantly tired, so I'm just like, I want to go back to
Yeah, I think that's just comes with age.
Yeah.
Because that too, like I used to drink like a lot.
Yeah.
And then wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work like nothing.
Oh my god, I don't know how I used to do that.
And now hangovers are 3 days long.
Yeah, I'm just like, ugh.
And I eat and I feel good for like 20 minutes, and then I'm like, fuck this.
And you feel bloated, and you just like,
I just don't want to fucking drink ever again. I feel like that guy in, I don't know if you've ever seen Euro Trip. Every time that he wakes up, like after, he's like, I'm never drinking again. Every single time, but he always drinks again.
Like, That was essentially me last year. Oh my God, I had a client in my chair yesterday, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like I think I met you once before at like Monarch," and I'm just like, "Ooh, if I met you last year, I do not remember you," and so. Just like trying to say it in the nicest way, just because like I feel like I was just completely trashed for an entire year, and so yeah, it's fine. One time.
Well, you know me, but
It's fine. And so did that, got over it, and then I did that again recently, just for a day, and I was dying. I don't know how I was able to like get up and go to work right after. And I work on people. There's no reason for me to be like that every single day.
You use scissors or no?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like that's like half of my job.
Why is there a piece?
You know what? I never had complaints, so I was doing something right.
Well, maybe you're an automatic now. You've done it enough.
Maybe. Okay. Let's see. Are there any bands that you just don't like? You still like, but you're kind of feel bad about?
Not really. I fucking listen to the Backstreet Boys still and shit.
Okay, yeah, but like, okay, so I feel bad because I still listen to Brand New, even though Jesse Lacey's a giant asshole.
I get it, but the thing is though, you can do whatever you want on your personal thing. So like I said, like Michael Jackson, for me, he's fucking dead.
Yeah, he's dead as fuck. Like,
I know that people are like, well, it's not proven. Whatever. Yeah, fine.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion is he's fucking dead to me.
He's literally dead to everybody.
I don't want to fucking like. I just don't want to promote somebody, especially because I have a kid.
Yeah.
And it's just like, to me, thinking about that shit, I'm just like, no. But to me, it's like, you want to listen to fucking Michael Jackson? You have fucking headphones.
Yeah.
You have your home. Yeah.
Car.
And I went. Well, I used to have this band, a cover band, and we did this. Like cover night, whatever that. I mean, we're already a cover band, but we covered all New Found Glory. Like, it was just New Found Glory, us. And there was another band that covered all Brand New. And I love the songs. Mm-hmm. But I kind of like that the guy said at the beginning, he's like, hey, don't feel bad for liking the music. Yeah, like, we know he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a giant piece of shit. Because, like, okay, this is how I see it. He is so talented in how he writes his songs.
What's his name? Do you remember?
Jesse Lacey.
Jesse Lacey.
Yeah. And so he's just so talented with like how he writes his songs and just the words that he uses and all the vocabulary. And so I saw this thing that said like Brand New is like writing a fucking thesis. Like that's what their lyrics look like. And there's just a lot of depth to them for the most part. So can you explain to me why in his apology that he wrote, it was like, oh, poor me, feel bad for my wife, even though I just fucked this 14-year-old when I was like in my 20s. So that to me doesn't make any sense because he was just like turning it around on himself, kind of like gaslighting his like all his fans. So I don't know, I get really heated about that. So I'm just like,
you know who I stopped listening to right now that you said right now?
Who?
Amarosa and Johnny Craig right now.
I just got annoyed with them. I don't even know if there's like any drama. I just it's like
well, let me fucking.
Okay.
It's because
pay attention to anything.
It's because I like Amarosa. I like Johnny Craig's voice.
Okay.
I think he has a good voice, and his solo album I think was great because it's like it sounds kind of like soul. Well, it's because it's it's like that scene music or whatever, but like it has soul. Like his voice has something.
It's like you can't get out of 2008.
And I was just like, well, I really like, and he's always talking about girls and shit. Yeah. And I had heard that there was some accusations of him, like, I guess I don't know if raping, but like sexually abusing some girls, but they were dropped. So I was like, okay.
Ooh, man.
I was still kind of iffy about it, but I was like, okay, at least, well, they were dropped. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't think he has money to pay him off, to tell you the truth.
Well, like, who fucking knows? Like.
Yeah, but wait, let me tell you what happened. So then, not a week ago, maybe, this guy on Facebook, I was just scrolling through Facebook, and this guy said, just watch Taylor's video, and holy shit. I'm like, who the fuck is Taylor?
Same, that's how I am right now. I'm like, what?
I was like, who the fuck is this Taylor chick or whatever, or like, guy,
I know nothing about this drama, but I'm like, please give me the gossip.
But
like,
in the comments, they linked the video, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. I was
fantastic.
like, an hour? A fucking hour. I was like, whoa.
I love those so much though because like I don't have anything interesting going on in my life anymore, so I'm like, yes.
You just
give
want
it to me.
drama.
Please.
Yeah, it happens. My wife is the one that got me into that shit. My wife is always like, I'm always watching TV and she's always watching like some video, some drama video, and I'm always like, who the fuck is that?
Like,
I'm all interested all of a sudden. And
it's
she just
like,
puts it on the TV.
Yeah, I think like that's part of like the whole Mexican culture too. It's like we love the chisme, like, it's like give it to me, please.
And I tell my daughter
It's
like, stop being a chismosa, because she
so
always
good.
says it wrong though. She gets everything wrong, and then she'll be like, yeah, and then like I heard, and I was like, yeah, none of these people.
Okay, instead of like telling her to stop, it's like just get all the facts first, and then you can have an accurate.
Like, do it right. Get your sources. Fucking cite that shit. Like, yeah, like I have a book. No, but so then I go to the video. The title of the video is I was a heroin addict.
Oh.
And I'm like, what?
Oh. Oh.
And I'm like, holy shit. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start watching it. Well, apparently this Taylor, I fucking forgot her whole name. It's like Taylor
Really?
Dean.
Like, we know her name is Taylor and she did heroin.
Well, she's a huge YouTuber. She does animal videos of her pets. She has like 2 million fucking subscribers and shit.
How?
Well, just by the fucking animal videos. Animals are always like, you know.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
always great.
But she like adopts like turtles and shit, and she'll show. But she looks like a scene girl, like
Okay.
one of those like kind of goth still, you know.
Okay. It's like, yeah, I feel like if you're still in the scene, you definitely have done heroin.
So I was like, okay. So I started watching the video, and she's like, yeah, it's true, you know what they said and whatever. And I was like, I'm back on YouTube. It's been a while, and I just wanted to tell you my story and what happened and all this
Okay.
shit. And I'm like, okay. So like she tells a really detailed like fucking story about how she was with this guy, and this guy was a fucking addict, and this guy was just like doing like Xanax and all this shit.
Okay.
Well, they basically met and like fucking fell in love through the internet. Like they really didn't know each other. Then they met each other in LA,
Okay.
and she never says his name, but she says, I was impressed that I like really liked this guy's music and that he was interested in me, and that like, you know, we ended up together.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, he was like doing like Xanax, and like she says that had never done anything, but that she knew that she had an addictive personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's like, when I was a kid, I had like vodka, and then I was like, wow, like that's disgusting. And then the next day she's like, I want vodka. So
That's how I feel with White Claws right now.
I was like, well, you should have
really
been
upset.
here like 2 weeks earlier. I
Fuck.
threw away a bunch of them.
What do you mean you threw it away?
Because like nobody fucking liked them before this.
And now it's just like.
Now it's huge, but before this, like we bought them and everybody was, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah,
Nobody wanted
I'm
it.
really, really upset that I like White Claws right now.
They
just
were like
because,
Miller Lights.
Like, no, like I
No
tried them like
alcohol
2
now.
days ago, and now I'm just like Claws law. So like,
Everybody's all into work.
and I'm so fucking mad too because every single time I go to the store to like look for them, they're not there.
Well, right here in the corner, they have a lot. So
Fantastic. Which corner?
right here. I'm not gonna say the street.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay.
I don't want to pinpoint where I am. I almost said like the other day with the other. I have to fucking censor, but well, I can censor it. I mean, it's very.
Okay.
But anyways, well, she starts fucking telling all the story, whatever. So then it comes to a point where like she says that she gets all these like medicine for one of her pets,
Okay.
and they're syringes, and she puts them on the fucking freezer because she needs to give that syringe every week because the I guess the dog, I think it's a dog, is sick. And they said like, well, just do a syringe and it'll be okay. But she says that like one of the syringes was missing, and the guy was in the restroom, and she's like, what the fuck? So ends up opening the door. He's acting weird, and she knows that he did heroin.
Oh.
And it comes to a fucking point. You have to see the video because it gets like super dramatic. And she has pictures and shit. But it gets to a point where she just gives in and she does heroin.
I don't understand how you like get to a point one day where you're like, I'm gonna just do some fucking heroin.
I don't understand it either, but it's because she said that she just wanted to, like, because the drugs made her go to sleep, that she kind of just didn't want to be fucking living like the I guess, her like normal life. So she just wanted to go to sleep and be high. I don't know. I mean, I've never
Why
done
can't
drugs.
you, like, okay.
Yeah, it's
for
'cause-
somebody who has done drugs, I would just like recommend taking an edible, like a really big one.
I think
And,
it's hard to say how it works, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I've never done drugs. I mean, I've done weed, yeah, but
Like, that's different though. That's like not really a thing. But like, I never did anything like super hard. But like, I don't get that, especially when you know that heroin is really, really bad for you.
well, apparently doctors say, like, the ones that like rehabbed her and shit, they're saying that there's this disease which is like the being addicted to things.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily that it's heroin, like it's with anything.
Yeah.
Heroin is especially really bad because supposedly it like gets into your receptors on your
It
brain,
destroys your dopamine.
and it's just it fucks you up. Then you need it.
Yeah.
So she's like saying all this shit, and I'm just like, holy shit. And she shows pictures of her hand swollen to where she couldn't fucking move it because
Well, yeah.
she
like
would
you're
inject,
hitting-
and the cotton
Yeah.
would go into her vein, so it would like block it, and I was like,
That's
fuck, man.
gross, man.
And then the girl that was cleaning her house took pictures of her house just to fucking make her try to realize, and it's full of syringes everywhere,
That's fucking gross, man.
and she was just like, fuck, I gotta stop. And it was really hard. I mean, ends up leaving this guy and all this shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? So I go on fucking internet. Who the fuck is this? And who was
the
Johnny
fuck?
Craig?
Oh, shit.
And I was like, oh
Shit.
man. I was like, so then it's true. Like, all the shit that they said about this guy is true. He's a fucking asshole. I fucking blocked him from like Spotify. I feel
like
bad
you
for
are.
Omarosa because they don't have him as a singer.
Yeah.
It's another guy. But the other guy is kind of an asshole too. But I don't think as big as I think he's
Yeah.
more of a rock star than a fucking drug
Yeah.
addict abuser. And I was just like, fuck. And then the other band, Slave, the one he had now, is just completely stopped. Apparently, the drummer for Slaves quit the middle tour because he was like, I'm not gonna see an underage girl kill her fucking self while nobody does anything. So he fucking left tour.
What? Like, I just like.
She was doing a bunch of coke, and she was, I think, 20.
Okay.
So he,
It's like when I think underage, I think like under 18. So I'm just like, oh my god.
no, but I mean,
Like, under
still,
drinking age.
he just felt like nobody's doing anything, and he left the band, and he called the mom of the girl and shit. But
I'd be so mad if somebody called my mom while I was like barely like an 8-ball during like my bad time because she would yell at me.
when? Who cares? But like every night?
Yeah, like every night it's like that's a little bit of a problem.
I mean, I would want somebody to call my fucking parents, be like,
like
this motherfucker's drug addict.
feel like when like there's like a difference between like drug abuse and like kind of like drug dabbling, I guess you could say. 'Cause,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like me. I'm not gonna say heroin because
like, no, just don't do.
But I
heroin.
could do like maybe like a bump of coke, and then like just quit. Like I wouldn't want to do it again because with weed, that's how I've always been. Like I've always like fucking smoked once, and then like later on I don't want it. Like I'll be like I actually have some, but it's like I only do it like every now and then.
Yeah, but like everybody smokes pot. It's 2019.
It's kind of like the drinking of alcohol. Like to me, it's not an everyday thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, we have a party. Okay, let me drink. I drink a lot of whiskey. But like, that's about it. I think I can do that. But I think there's some people that are just... Because I have a friend that smokes weed like every day. And he can't
That's too
fucking
much.
function if
Like,
he...
okay, if you can't function, that's like when you have a little bit of an issue.
Well, and I
That's
kind of
when-
hate him right
yeah.
now because he's so chill. He didn't even fucking listen to me because he was just so high.
Oh my god.
But now he's like he's like Gandhi or some shit. And he has an opinion on everything.
Oh my god.
And he's like, I'm just trying to be loving. And I'm like, just fucking smoke weed.
Yeah, it's like no, it's like dudes like that, but then they work at a fucking gas station and they're like 37. They don't do anything. They
Oh,
like
you son of a bitch.
So irritating.
I was like, because you're like mentioning that like they don't do shit. I'm disabled, so.
It's like, that's different though. You have a reason. Like, you have these people that are like perfectly able and they can go do something, but they're just fucking lazy and they just want to like smoke pot all day and do nothing.
No, that's why I'm actually doing this, because I want to be
That's
doing
something.
something.
Like-
Because I don't have shit like. They used to be like, why don't you just sit around and like play video games? And
Because that's boring.
I mean, it's fun for like a few days and then.
Yeah, but if you have to do that every single day, okay, if I had to do something like that every single day, I would probably fucking kill myself. So that's just like.
No, and I like this because it's like we
you get
do
to
this.
interact with
I get
people.
to edit. I get to meet
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like, maybe like if I go to a bar, I'll see you there, or
Yeah.
and I'll be like, hey,
Like,
what's up?
hey, yeah.
Whatever. So I mean, I kind of wanted something to do aside too from being a parent, which is pain in the ass right now.
Yeah, a lot of work too. I get that, but like.
That's
there's
why I
like
was like,
time in between like
I gotta go
when you
pick
drop
her
your kid
up.
up and like when you like pick her up. So.
It's like I gotta pick her up, and it's always something. And I always, every time I pick her up, it's like, tell me if you got in trouble. And she's like, no, I swear. And then later
Not
on, it'll be
today.
like something. I'm like, fuck. Like,
It's like something.
what did I do?
Just.
And I only get that mad not because she did something so horrible, but because I think of the future, and I'm just like, son of a bitch. Because I keep saying like, man, I hope she's a lesbian.
It's just like.
And they
okay.
tell me like, why do you wish she's a lesbian? I'm like, because I wouldn't have to deal with another guy, with a fucking asshole. I wouldn't have to deal with her like getting pregnant. Like,
No,
it's fucking scary to me. But I'm like,
it's
with a
fucking
girl.
terrifying too. But here's the deal: like, I think if you have an open conversation about that, then it makes it a little bit easier.
We're open.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes, I don't mean to be mean, but I think sometimes she's kind of dumb.
Kids are fucking stupid. Like, that's just the reality.
But
of
I'm
it.
just like, I don't want her to like one day be, oh, I forgot to take my birth control or some stupid
Oh,
shit.
they make implants now, so you're fine.
I'm like, fuck,
You don't even
man.
have to worry about that. Like,
Because like my best friend, he has 2 daughters. They're
Yeah.
like really little right now. But he fucking tells me, he's like, dude, I'm gonna let him fucking go fuck whoever you want, and then like live
take care
your
of it
life,
later. Yeah.
and then when you're older, you can get married. She's like, but don't fucking like meet this one guy from high school
Yeah,
and then
that's
just
how my
fucking.
mom was. She's just like, don't be stupid.
And I was like,
And so, no.
I was stupid. I
Yeah.
had a girlfriend like for part of college and like all high school, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be with her forever.
No, like I've only had 2 very serious relationships, and that was when I got out of high school. So one when I was 18, and then another one when I was like 22. So it's not like I'm doing that very often, and I hate everyone, and I get and I get like really annoyed really quickly. So like it's just like, no, I'm okay. And so it's just, I don't know, it's just one of those things.
There was a point in time where I was like, I don't know if you watch Seinfeld, but where I was like him, just looking for anything wrong
Yeah.
to like fucking leave him. Like, I was just whatever it was, because there was this one girl that I was like, yeah, she's kind of all right, you know, and she was like, she was cool, but this one day she picked me up. We were gonna go to the movies, and she's like, yeah, I'm a really bad driver, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
people say that shit and
But
whatever.
like, what does that actually mean?
Well, we got in a fucking car crash
What the
that
fuck?
fucking day. Because she fucking didn't see a stop sign, and I was like, stop sign, stop, and then boom, it's just
It's
fucking hit
like
us.
driving with your younger sibling, and you're just like,
But right after that, I couldn't fucking see her again.
you're just like, I'm actually gonna die.
I was just like, not even because of that, but I was like, she fucking stupid. Like, I can't be
Yeah?
with somebody that's fucking stupid. I can't. I was like, how? I know that like, driving is not fucking hard. I'm fucking
It's
blind.
not.
And I mean, maybe I can't go through like fucking stoplights because I can't see the lights. But I fucking see stop signs and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
It's
I don't
like,
know
just
how
follow
the.
the flow with the other cars. Like,
And she wasn't listening to me either. That I was like, stop. Fuck. And I just felt bad. And I was like, no. I mean, I didn't ghost her, but I was like, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work.
yeah, just like started like distancing yourself a little bit.
But I do stupid shit too.
Yeah, we all do.
Because there was this one girl. She really liked me, but she lived really far. She lived like in fucking Socorro or some shit.
Ugh.
And it was just a
That's
pain
reason
in the
enough.
ass. And I was like, man, I like her, but she's fucking far.
I feel like that's reason enough to like break it off.
But she always wanted me to pick her up for shows because we're gonna play a show. Oh, pick me up, all right. And I had a sidekick. I don't know if you remember that stupid fucking.
I had a sidekick too.
So, I was fucking like texting my guitarist at the time, and I was like, "Hey, pues I'll be there at this time, whatever." But then I fucking texted, "This bitch wants me to pick her up," and I sent it to her. And she was like,
Bitch.
"Are you serious?" And I'm like, just kidding." I fucking ruined it, but I was like, whoa. I mean, I didn't want to go pick her up anyways.
Okay. Brian went to the bathroom and he sent me a text message and he's like, "This bathroom smells like pork dogs." And I was like, because like anybody who knows him knows he's like kind of a piece of shit. So like it's just one of those things. And when he sent me that message, I just fucking cried laughing because it's pretty accurate. So
I mean, I would think too that promoters are shitty, not just here.
yeah, no, it's like everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's everywhere. It's just that we know the ones here.
Yeah.
And I think El Paso's kind of like,
It's just
it's
so
a huge
close-knit.
city.
Yeah.
But it's like, we all know each other somehow.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Which is fucking
Yeah.
weird. It's always, I've never met anybody that has like, yeah, I don't know anybody you know. Like, everybody always like, oh, I know that guy.
It's like we know someone. So
or went
it's just one
to
of those
school
things.
with somebody or fucking something.
Yeah.
Always.
And so it's always something like that. And it's kind of like the same, just like with anybody in like their little groups or whatever, career wise. Like all the bartenders know each other. All like the music people for the most part know each other.
You
all
can
the-
hear the fucking cops.
And all hairdressers know each other, and I feel like the worst fucking hairdresser because I don't know anybody. And they're like, "Oh, do you know who this is?" And I'm like,
I was about to ask you about somebody, and you're like, yeah, I don't know anybody.
I don't know. Maybe I might know. Who is it?
Jared.
No. So like,
He's a hairdresser too.
I'm sure. Like,
Well, good for him.
like, I'm sure he's very talented. Good for him. And so
I mean, I don't care, but it's just.
it's just like, sorry.
No, it happens.
Hmm.
I was like, do you know? So who do you know? I was like, do you know bartenders? Do you know any?
I know bartenders.
I used to know Caesar.
Don't know Caesar.
Huh?
I don't know Caesar.
But I was like thinking what his fucking last name is. He's like super popular. I don't know, but whatever.
Is it Herrera?
No.
Okay.
He has a Mexican last name. I mean, we all do. But,
Okay.
but no. What the fuck was that place? It's because I don't go to like bar. I'm still like old school, fucking chicks and like brass,
Yeah.
which don't exist.
It's like I don't think they've existed for like the last 5 years.
I think more. Brass, maybe 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
Chicks more. I think
Definitely more.
Chicks has been like maybe like 10 years by now. But fucking, I used to love Chicks. Chicks was my
Yeah.
place to be.
Your go-to.
I always went on Thursdays because it was karaoke night, and it was 50-cent beers.
Okay.
So I would
Right.
take $20 and I'd be fucked up.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's
I mean, they were probably old beers, but
it's fine. They're trying to get rid of
and
them.
they were PBRs and Tecates and PBR Tecates and what else? It was something else. It was 3.
Probably
Fuck.
like Corona or like Bud Light or
No,
something like
Lone
that.
Star.
Lone Star? Okay.
Which we used to like Lone Star. Back in the day, I used to be like, oh, Lone Star, okay, whatever. Like, it's decent. And then I went to fucking Austin, and I was like, can I have a Lone Star? It's gonna be $5. I was like,
What the fuck do you
fuck
mean?
out of here. $5.
I have $5 at the Love so you can get a Lone Star and a shot. Free promo.
But that's what I'm saying. It's because Lone Star is from Austin, I guess. But
That's stupid. It's like
it should be
piss
cheaper.
water. Yeah.
should be like 25 cents.
It's like what, $5? Get the fuck.
I
out
used
of
to
here.
get it for 50 cents. A Chicks, that's 50 cents, man.
Yeah. It's
Probably
just
'cause
like,
nobody
ew.
wanted it.
No. Nobody ever wants it. It's so heavy. Like I don't even really drink beer anymore for that reason.
I like Tecate light, not Tecate. With lemon and like salt. I
Yeah,
like it.
it's like if you have to dress it, I don't think it's good.
But that was in my poor days when I was like in college and like I didn't have
Yeah.
fucking money, whatever. We were living on fucking ramen and like bologna sandwiches and shit.
goes like that sometimes.
So I would like literally just save $20 so I could go drink at the end of the week.
Yeah.
So we would go to Chicks. But and then at Brass, I used to like it because it was like a rock bar, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever somebody put rap or something, they would like shut it down and like, nope.
Love that.
And then just put fucking rock. Well, apparently they were like laundering money for like a drug lord or some shit. I don't know. That's why it
I love
closed.
dive bars.
I fucking love. I used to love that shit. When I met my wife, I took her to Brass.
Yeah.
And she was like, "What is this shitty ass bar?" And then like she loved it. And then I said,
Yeah.
"Why are we gonna go to Brass?" I was like, "Hell
It's
yeah."
like, first of all, shitty bars are the best bars, so that's just how it goes.
Well, I like that everybody knows everybody, and like you're going, "Hey, what's up, man?"
Yeah, no, like that's kind of like the same thing what happened to me yesterday when I went to Neon Rose. So like, I love that bar. Sometimes it's kind of gross. That's part of the charm. So
Sometimes it's kind of gross.
it is kind of gross.
Did they open
sometimes.
the stage outside already or no?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. I was like, all right.
And
I know
so-
the manager guy, so
Nice,
Christian.
cool.
Like he like used to give us a bunch of shows there and shit. We did the at the beginning of the year we did the Blink 182 tribute for Enema of the State because it turned
Okay.
20 years, and we played the whole city there, and it was fucking packed. That shit was cool.
When I think about how old some music is, it just kind of makes me like want to throw up because I'm just
Blink?
like, stop.
To me, Blink, I get it.
They've been around forever, so. it's just
But
one
I
of those
feel
things.
that they're old and I'm getting old with them.
Yeah.
But there's some there's some
like-
bands that are like, yeah, you know
Or
that
do you think they're like newer, and then you're just like, what the fuck? How
Yeah.
did this turn like 20 years old?
like the Taking Back Sunday, the first one, the Tell All Your Friends is like I think it's like 18 at this point,
Yeah.
like 50, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, I
Yeah.
fucking heard that shit in high school.
I know. I was just like, what do you mean? No. Let's see.
The brand new, the fucking what's it called? Deja and Tendu.
Yeah.
That one's fucking old, and the
Let's
other
see
one
what-
is even older. Well,
Let's
it's
see
one
what
year.
year it came out. Let's see.
No, it wasn't 99.
I
It
have it on
had
my
to
thing.
have been 2003 or 2000.
Let's
2001 to 2003.
Let's see. I have the albums because I'm trash.
I'm gonna say Deja is 2003.
Let's see. Yeah, 2003.
Right on the
Like,
fucking money, man.
Yeah. No.
I only remember that because AFI's Sing the Sorrow came out that year.
You know. Okay. 2003. Davey Vanity. Could definitely get it, but I was also like 9 in 2003, so it would have to be like me now.
You're making me feel fucking old because I'm 34 years old and I'm
It's
like,
fine.
"Ah, shit. When I
It's
went to
fine.
see fucking AFI, there was a line outside to fucking get Davey to sign some shit at E9. I don't even know if you remember that club. It was behind Club 101. But we were hanging out with the drummer because he was like Adam Carson, and I took pictures with him and shit. And now Davey was like, I was following everything Davey was doing. So he had a fucking piercing in his lip.
Yeah,
I had a
hot as
piercing in my
fuck.
lip.
Like his hair's all long. He's like super buff.
Plus,
Like
I had fucking
like-
long hair. I
Like-
wanted to be Davey Havoc when I was fucking
Vanity
teenager.
Havoc. Jesus fuck. Like,
But I was like thinking of all these things. What am I gonna say to him? And I fucking go like whatever, and I'm all nervous. And then like I meet him, and I'm like, "You guys rock." And then he's like, "Oh, thank you." He grabbed my hand, and nobody believes me. He grabbed my hand, and he said, "God bless you." Why the fuck did he say "God bless you"?
I don't know.
Was he being ironic? Because
No, there's like a lot of musicians that are actually like kind of super religious, which is really weird to
I don't
me.
think he's religious though.
I don't know. You don't know him, like.
Well, I mean, I follow him all his life. He wears a jacket with a upside down cross.
Okay, yeah, but that's actually like not a satanic symbol, though.
No. And I mean, even Satanism is not real. Everybody thinks like it's like, oh,
It's like worshiping the devil. Like devil worship is a lot different than Satan. Like,
it's being an atheist.
Yeah.
And kind of making fun of the idea of religion
Yeah.
by saying like, oh, you believe in that? Well, I believe in the devil.
Exactly.
And that's what I tell people
And
because
so-
people get so serious, like, oh, you're the devil, and I'm like, it's
Well,
just...
yeah, and then like when people call me a Satanist, like the entire point of Satanism is to believe that you're your own god, in a sense, and to like make your own path and just like live in peace and like freedom and stuff like that. That's literally what it is, and not to hurt others. So it's like literally what like Christianity is supposed to be, minus like the part where you're like worshiping yourself.
But it's basically fucking
like,
freedom, man.
Yeah, it's like a cult of self-care. So
but it's just being free and not feeling that like you need to fucking worship something or somebody, you know, to live your life.
Which is like the entire point.
Or to
and
feel good.
They're doing a lot of good stuff, so I'm all about that.
Which I don't even mind people that like love religion and shit, as long as they don't try to fucking make me
so
fuck, because when they go like, I want to save you, I'm like, don't fucking save me, please. I'm good being fucking, I'm good being damned. Like, leave me alone. Because that's what they say. Because I like Ghost. I don't know if you like that band Ghost.
They're
but
cool. It's poppy.
Yeah, but exactly.
It's
exactly.
fun.
And people are like, oh, they're talking about the devil. Like, yeah, they are. But it's show.
Yeah, it's like, think of like kind of like a goth Backstreet Boys. That's how I feel like Ghost is.
Yeah, it's fucking like the imagery, all like they make their videos look like it was like the 70s, like 30s movies and shit. And I'm just like, that's cool, man. Like,
yeah, I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because my daughter was like, is this about the devil? And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's like your job as a parent to like educate you. Be like, yes, but.
I was like, but it doesn't exist. It's just stupid.
It's fine.
Because
it's storytelling.
I don't know if you heard that song. He Is. That song is like really kind of just saying like, oh, like I'm here because of you. Kind of like the Jesus song. Like when you're singing a song about Jesus, but they're saying it's about the devil. Which they don't really even say it's about the devil.
Yeah.
It could be about anything that you worship. And I'm just like.
I feel that.
I think that's cool. No, but whatever. People are
just
like,
just about like White Claws, because since everybody's like on that shit right now, I'm just.
There are already.
Sure.
You just gotta go into the internet.
I have to like look for it.
Fucking look
but
for
that's
that
my
shit.
thing. I don't want to look for it. I want it to be
You just
shown
want it to be
me.
like, here.
Yeah, exactly. So.
I would show you the video, but it's like really long and it's kind of annoying. I don't think you
would
like
it. Just like send me the link later and
I don't
maybe
think
I'll
you
watch
would
it.
fucking like it. It's fucking dumb. They're just
like, you know what? Like a lot of stuff that I watch is like fucking stupid, so it's okay. Like
yeah, a lot of stuff I watch is stupid too.
It's okay. Do you know who Casey Frey is?
No.
Okay, so like this dude that hurt my feelings showed him to me, and like and he's so stupid, and I just cannot get over him. So he's like that dude that's like fucking like dancing, and he like flips out of like himself off essentially. Like that's that dude. So like and like he has this dumbass video. I'm gonna show you because it's like 30 seconds. And it's on.
Well, that's how
Instagram.
that White Claw song is. It's one of those guys that does the videos like kind of like talking shit about people that like it.
Yeah.
But he's like the guy that likes it.
And so.
They fucking put him on Facebook and everywhere. I fucking forgot his name.
No, there's like one video that I cannot get out of my head, and I think about it on a daily basis. So it's actually this one. Let's see. I can't. It's so dumb.
Man, can I have this thing? Baby, you couldn't handle me. You don't have enough time. Shut up.
Like, it keeps going. It's so fucking stupid.
It's the guy. It reminds me so much. I want to post a fucking video on this thing. It reminds me so much about the guy that does...
Oh, it keeps going. It keeps going. I'm gonna make you watch all of it. I came to the east side. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I want to post it. I'm like, I said...
Do it.
Oh, baby, you have got the twang.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I that's all I think about on a regular basis. Like,
Yeah, it reminds me so much of there's another guy, I fucking forgot his name, but he's like super famous too, but he does all, and it's all just him talking to himself. But he's the one that says that he did that shit that I don't know if you've seen it, you want to smoke some beer. Never seen it? He just goes like, you want to smoke some beer? And it's like, what? You can't smoke beer? I was like, yeah, you want to smoke some beer? And then like,
You know
he just
what?
does everybody.
okay, like here's how I think you could do it. You could like use it as bong water,
No, they actually did it. Like, there's some
Oh,
people
shit.
that actually fucking smoke beer. It's this thing that, like, it looks like a pump. And, like, when you press it, it just makes all it making, like, it makes it into, like, mist.
And you just, like,
all of
inhale it?
Yeah, and then they would just go... And then they were like, oh, we're getting drunk and shit. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, you're supposed to, like, get drunker faster if you just, like, inhale it and not necessarily drink it.
Well, I'm going to tell you a
There's, like,
story
some
about
science
chicks.
about that. Oh, my God.
At Chicks, they used to have this one shot called the Flaming Nazi. And that fucking shot would fuck you up. One shot. That's it. And the only reason why it was because it was like all these fucking things, like Goldschlager and all this
That sounds fucking awful.
bullshit. It was like a bunch of shit on the
Like,
shot.
thinking about it makes me want to throw up.
But they would like light it up, and then they would like fucking put it out with a cup or something like, and
Yeah.
it would just like stop. But all the fumes were in the cup. So basically, they would give you the shot, and
You
then
have
you
to,
had
like-
the cup with the fucking fumes in there.
Yeah.
So you would take the shot, grab
Yeah.
the cup, and then inhale.
That sounds awful.
And you would do it, and like immediately after you fucking finish, you're like fucking falling from your stool and shit.
Oh, my God.
I took my ex-girlfriend on her birthday, and that's all she needed. And we were fucked up, and she was on the floor and shit, and I had
That's
to take
wild.
her home.
You're just like, you've been here for 5 minutes.
I'm like, for reals? They
I'm
had
like-
that shit, and there was another one. There was like a fucking, whatever, the monkey, some shit, but that one wasn't like... I've
Yeah.
never seen none with fumes except for that one. I don't even know if they would do it anywhere else, because I think it was supposedly like this chick's...
I'm turning this over because I've had like 6 people ask me about their hair, and I'm just like, I love what I do, but please not right now.
I was like, you're gonna have to do it at one point, so...
I will. I'll get there when I get there. I have like 5 hours.
I was like, alright.
It's fine.
But but yeah, that fucking shot. We should do it right now. Just kidding.
I will throw up
Yeah,
everywhere, and
nah.
this will smell forever.
It's fucking no, some shit has happened here, so
Okay.
I mean, we cleaned it.
It's fine.
It didn't
No,
used to
like-
look like this.
Okay.
Believe me, it
It-
looked like
okay.
shit.
Okay.
We couldn't fit here. This is where we used to practice,
Yeah.
and we barely fit. So for this show, we fucking cleaned it.
Good. So no, I just can't take shots. Period. And sorry.
That's fine.
Okay. Sorry. And well, this is what happened. It was around Christmas Eve, and I was just really frustrated with work because holidays are always the busiest time of year. And I went with my friend Steven to Monarch, and it was like a Sunday. It was like some stupid fucking day. There was like nobody there. And I think it was on Christmas Eve because I don't really do much with my family. We just kind of do our own thing. That's it. And I was annoyed. I was working. I was just overworked at this point. So I was just hanging out. I was like bitching about my day to my friend Steven. He's fucking cool. And so the bartender's like, hey, watch the bar for me. I have to go to the bathroom and I'll buy you a shot. And at this point, I was taking shots just fine. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm down. Why not? Like, it's fine. Sunday, fun day. And, well, he came back, and up until this point, I didn't really drink Jameson, and this was my mistake. So this dude, like, poured me a shot of Jameson, and I didn't know about the pickleback rule yet because I was 22 or 23, something. I don't know when the fuck this happened. I think it was, like, around that time. And, I took it, and I wasn't drunk yet. I think that was, like, my mistake. And I was sitting down, I was fine. Immediately, my body was like, throw up, bitch. And so I, like, ran to the bathroom, threw everything up, and I was so upset. And friends look at me and like, hey, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. And so after that, I was like, okay, that was just a fluke. It's fine. And, like, after that, like, my body just was like, no, you can't do this anymore. Because I used to, like...
Is it the fucking dog
Yes!
over here? Oh. It's okay. She just wants to chill.
Fantastic. And so it was a good day. And so after that, I just was not able to take shots anymore. And I used to do like tequila, whiskey, rum, whatever. And after that, I was just like, nope, no more.
So you don't do shots anymore?
I can do bitch shots. So, like...
Like water shots? Give me some water.
Hi! So cute.
Fucking Bam Bam. And her name is Bam Bam because of Bam Margera, actually. But because she likes him. So I was like, what's something that rhymes? I was like, Bam Bam.
That works.
It's bad.
Cute. But yeah, so it happens. Last time I took like a real shot of like actual like liquor. I was at Prickly Elder with my friend Grace, and we were closer to like the entrance, like where the street is, and it was just packed, so I couldn't reach the bathroom, so I had to like run outside and throw up in the alley. It was really disgusting. Like, it's just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm getting older. Like, this isn't.
I tell people too, like, once you throw up, that means like
That's
you gotta
it.
stop. One of my cousins, he just fucking keeps drinking. I'm like, are you fucking idiot,
Yeah,
dude?
it's like if I'm not drunk, I'm gonna like keep drinking. Just because I throw up, it just means like my body's like, maybe you shouldn't have that.
No, but it's because this guy swears that he's like, I can beat all of you. I drink a lot. I was like, yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
just
win
because
when
you,
you
like-
puke.
Yeah, it's like once you throw up, it's like you pretty much start over, and like
Fuck, I don't know, but I never puke. I hate
Can't
puking, so I fucking fight for my life
yeah.
to not puke. So when I'm like feeling it, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking do it. So I just go like lay
Yeah.
down or something. I can't.
fine.
I don't know.
No, usually if I drink too much, I just need like a 20-minute power nap, and then I'm good to go.
Yo, boo.
Yeah.
Give me another shot.
Like no,
No more shots.
no, like I can't do that. So yeah, like, and so I've tried to tell this to my friends before. It's like, listen, if I just like sleep for 20 minutes, I'll be fine. That's it. That's all I need.
Just
Then-
let me sleep, goddamn.
Just maybe take a little nap. Just like sit in front of me if we're in a booth, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Because my wife will say that and then she'll just like fall asleep.
No, like I will literally take a 20-minute power nap and I'm good to go.
Yeah, like my wife has said like, let me take a nap. Wake me up in like 10 minutes. And all right, and then I just like, no,
Like,
just leave me alone. Get the fuck out of here. All right.
Like-
Because like the other day we took an Uber home, and the girl was telling us like, yeah, you're my last ride. Like the guy before this was like this drunk guy, and he wouldn't get out of the car, and he was trying to kiss me and shit.
Oh my god.
We're just like, yeah, we're not drunk, so you'll be fine.
It's fine.
That's fucking scary. I couldn't
I know.
do that shit, man.
Like-
And she was like this tiny little girl.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. I'd like keep a gun in my car if that was the case.
I was like, fuck that shit, man. I'm not. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, like after that, I never got that drunk again because it was kind of scary, not like really remembering a lot and like not really remembering how I got home. I was still in my clothes when I woke up. Like that's how like drunk I
It's
was.
like I was like wearing like all backwards or like.
No, I was like still in my clothes. Like I had my eyelashes on still, so that's how I knew I was drunk. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
was like, oh shit! Like
Because I just feel like in there's a, I don't know if you've ever seen, I fucking reference a lot of movies, but
yeah,
on Beer Fest, when like, well, there's a part where they're trying to train for this competition,
yeah.
and they're drinking from a fucking keg, and they end up super fucked up. But one of the guys wakes up fucking naked, like next to like this like deer, but the deer is like bitten from the neck and it's all like bloody.
Oh
but,
my god!
But he's like naked, and he wakes up and he's like, not again, and he just like
You
runs.
mean not again?
He just runs naked home. It's just like I always imagine me like waking somewhere and it's like, the fuck.
No, that reminds me of fucking like that old movie that what the fuck is his name? I don't know. Like the dude that did like Deuce Bigelow.
Oh yeah, Rob
fuck?
Schneider.
Thank you. No, like when he was an animal, he woke up and he's like, "What happened?" Like
That's what I'm telling you. It's just
like I only watched like The Animal, Sleepy Hollow, and Pete's Dragon when I was growing up. Those are like the only 3 movies that I fucking watched. I don't know why. And Little Nicky, but like I wasn't super fine.
it happens.
So no, and my mom, let's see, she told me she rewatched Sleepy Hollow because it was on Netflix or whatever, and I was about like 3 or 4 when I was watching it, and I wore out the tape so much we had to replace it. So she sent me a text message, and she's like, I don't know why we let you watch that movie. It's kind of scary. And I'm like, oh.
Is it though? Oh man.
It's like for a 3-year-old, it should be scary because fucking oh my god, I'm so dumb today. Christopher Walken
Yeah.
is there
Yeah,
with his
he's
like razor teeth, and like he's cutting people's heads off, and
I was like, hey, kid.
It's like
'Cause ever since I
witchcraft.
was a little kid, we've been watching like fucking Freddy Krueger and all this shit. And now I watch it, and I'm like, this shit's funny, man.
yeah, like it's funny now because you grow up with it, but like as a kid, that shouldn't, like that should kind of scare you, but maybe you're just like made for it. I don't know.
The one that always scared me when I was a kid was The Exorcist. Like, I couldn't watch that and Evil Dead, the first one, because
like-
that fucking claymation for some
Yeah.
reason like fucking creeps me out. I'd be like, ew, that shit looks fucking
No,
disgusting.
like I'm just like looking at your dog behind you, and it's just so
What the fuck is
cute.
she doing? Nah,
She's just
a fucking
she's being
slave.
cute.
She's just chilling.
And so, no, the only movie that really scared me when I was growing up, and it doesn't make any sense why it would, was The Mask with Jim Carrey.
The hell? I used to watch that shit like a lot.
Like, I don't know why it was so scary to me. It just was like, oh
Maybe
no.
it's just his weird faces.
I
and
think it was like, no, it was like when he was putting the mask on and he would like transform into it, and so that was the scary part. But
I always fucking loved that movie when I was a kid.
it's like now growing up, like now that I'm older, yeah, I like it now. But when I was younger, it was just like, fuck, that's terrifying. Like,
Yeah, I guess like there's some
it was,
weird.
it's ridiculous. Like
Because to me there was this show on PBS. I don't know if you remember one with like letters that were like puppets.
I vaguely remember
They're
that.
just like letters. It's not Sesame Street. It's like it's like some fucking letters, and the fucking puppets open their like heads all the way fucking back.
It sounds like a fever dream.
That shit fucking creeped me the fuck out. And I was a little kid. And I was like, oh, this shit fucking creeps me out.
Oh my god, no. Let's see.
I don't know why.
I was afraid of the first Harry Potter movie when it came out, but let's see.
I was like, I feel old because I was already fucking old with
I
that
was
shit.
a child.
I was like, oh my god, I was like a
I
fucking.
know.
I was already like moved on. I didn't even want to watch the movie, so I was like, I'm fucking old.
No, so when the first movie came out, I was pretty young. My brother wasn't in the picture yet. And I remember we had to leave, like, right when that dude with the fucking turban was taking his shit off. And that scared me so much. It was literally the end of the movie, and I was just like, nope. Started screaming and crying in the theater, and we had to leave. But
Never watching it again.
yeah, but okay. And like later on, like The Mummy just came out too, and this is like when the old theater like by Coronado was still open,
Uh-huh.
like behind like the yogurt place that was still there
I was like,
in
I
that
don't
area.
even fucking remember.
It's like right off of like Alto Mesa,
Okay.
so it's in that area, and it's like a K-Fox now or something like that. No.
Okay, I know where.
Yeah. Okay. So I watched The Mummy just fine, and my mom was all pissed off. She's like, "How the fuck did you not watch Harry Potter, but you could watch this?" And I was just like, "I don't know." Like, I think I just told her something. I'm like,
I don't know.
'cause it's
Brendan
old.
Fraser's a hero, and fucking Harry
Yeah.
Potter's like little ass kid.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just because like fucking Daniel Radcliffe was like a
This
child
little
too, so I was just like, "What the fuck is a kid gonna do?" Like.
Brendan Fraser is
He's
like
grown.
He's fucking he's buff and shit.
I know, and literally fucking Tarzan, like.
Oh, for George of the Jungle, no.
Hell yeah. Like-
All right, so then with that, let's end it here because I think we've been going for a while.
Okay,
But it was a pleasure doing this with you.
it's fun.
It's probably like 2 hours.
Oh shit.
It doesn't matter.
About-
We could do it in 2 parts. Anyways, if you want to plug your work,
Okay,
you can go ahead.
cool. You can follow me on Instagram at Devon Sky. That is DEVONNSKYEE. So I do a lot of hair stuff. Do not add me on Facebook because it's a trash heap.
Okay.
And like, because
So Instagram is everybody's.
yeah,
right.
like my entire Facebook is just like a giant shit post, and I feel so bad for any of my clients that are on there because it's like, it's a lot.
It's just too much.
Yeah, well, you have me on there, so like you understand.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I
it's
just
a
use Facebook just because a lot of people are still there. So.
Yeah.
But Instagram is.
Yeah, I just like shit post all the time. On Instagram, it's very professional.
Yeah.
You'll see all my fashion colors and color corrections and all that fun
Oh,
stuff.
all right. So then,
Yeah.
Well, add her, follow her. If you're from here,
I am
especially.
from here.
So
Support local.
So anyways, well, I am the creep. Who are you?
Oh, I'm Devon. Bye.
And with that, thank you for watching.